well, I think a lot of it just has to do with instinct too. I mean, just my conversation with my first urologist in Florida, I didn't necessarily question the diagnosis at the time, but I did question the treatment plan. I felt like the decision was not necessarily being tailored to me. So after I received the call, I took that weekend to really process everything and do some research. And I came across an article on the Cleveland Clinic's website about a girl that was close to my age, and she was diagnosed with kidney cancer when she was pregnant. And the takeaway I took from her article was really to take a step back and don't rush decisions. And so I thought about that article, and although taking time, to get a second opinion, it delayed my treatment. And it took a little bit of effort and logistics. And it certainly went against every force in my body that wanted the cancer out yesterday, but I knew it was the right thing to do. And when you think about it, we shop around and we get multiple quotes and estimates for a lot of things in our life, and our health shouldn't be any different. And you never have to go with the doctor that diagnosed you. And if you have time to safely get a second opinion, you should do that. And because I went to DC, and saw another urologist, his approach was entirely different from my first urologist. And he said, no, I do want you to get a biopsy. There's not a risk of a false negative. The pathology report is going to come back as either benign, undetermined, or cancer. The latter two do require surgery. He said, I want you to get a biopsy for two reasons. One, you're young. There's a 5 to 10% chance that this is the fat poor angiomyolipoma, which can be commonly misdiagnosed as cancer based on imaging alone, which I learned imaging alone is not diagnostic. And then two, he said, if it is cancer, I want to know exactly what we're dealing with before I get in there. And, that may change my treatment plan, deciding whether or not I would attempt a partial nephrectomy or radical.